What's up, everybody? Welcome to Comedians in Cars, Blazing Blunt. It's right here in downtown Denver, and we're going to have an interview with Mr. Nathan Lund. Nathan, what's up, bud?
Hey, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me in your car.
This will be the first. We're going to start off with you because, you know, we don't give a fuck. We're going to blaze blunts wherever the fuck we want, right?
Yeah, let's smoke.
Yeah. I'm rolling one up right now. Just want to get to know a little bit about you, man. Where you from?
I grew up outside of Chicago, and then when I was 12, my family moved to Henderson, Nevada, right outside of Las Vegas. And I went to junior high and high school there, and then I went to college in Reno, Nevada, and then moved back to Henderson and Las Vegas and started doing stand-up there. And then I moved up here to Denver 5 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how long you been at the comedy scene, dog?
It's been a little over 9 years. I started in Vegas and did it for 4 years there, and then I've been here for 5.
And what the fuck made you decide, hey, let's go tell people some jokes, baby?
It worked out real nicely for me because I had thought about it a little bit in college, but I didn't do it. And then as I got closer to graduating from college, I thought more and more about doing it. And I thought, fuck it, I'll graduate college. I didn't know what I wanted to do after college. I didn't want to go to more college. I was done with that for sure. I was done with learning shit that
That's
I didn't
the educated people. You
want
didn't
to
want to go to more college.
Yeah. I was done with schooling, and so I thought, let me try stand-up. I'm moving back to Vegas. Let me try stand-up. And if it, if it works, if I like it, I'll see what happens with it. If not, maybe I'll go back to stupid college. And luckily, I loved it from the first time I did it, and then, wanted to do it more and more ever since, and it's led to more and more opportunities. And definitely moving here was the best thing that could happen to me because the last 5 years have been magical.
Oh, I know, man. I see you tearing it up, dog.
I've known you for most of the 5 years, man. We used to go to Lakewood at the cigar bar and smoke inside, and
I remember that.
Smoke weed outside.
They wouldn't let me smoke inside.
Weed was illegal back in the day. Weed was illegal.
When we started, this was illegal.
You couldn't buy beer on Sundays when I first moved here. That was a big thing. It changed that year. 2008 was when the summer of 2008, the law changed, and then Obama got elected. Right, all after I moved up here, everybody was happy.
No, that's right. I remember that shit.
Yeah, things were changing. Things were happening.
Yes,
Denver comedy got
things were changing. We was coming up, man. Shit.
Yeah.
And look at you blowing up, dog. Got them Westward. What the fuck? You was on the cover of the Westward, dog.
Cover of the Westward, yeah.
How exciting is that?
It was exciting. It was exciting for about a week, and then
Really?
No,
it's over. I mean,
no, it's not. People are still very nice about it, and it is cool.
You a celebrity now, baby.
I'm happy that it happened, but yeah, I mean, there's one that comes out every week, so.
No, it's all good. Fuck that, man. Y'all had your own segments and shit. You're rocking that. They're always talking about you guys too.
The story was cool. Yeah, Josiah Hesse is the guy that's written so much about Denver comedy for the Westward, and John Wenzel before him wrote about Denver comedy a lot, and now he works for the Post, and so he's still writing. But yeah, Josiah and Byron Graham writes a couple of random columns.
So Vegas, man, were you doing like good shows, or were you doing the bullshit that we was doing at the cigar bar? Was it just a bunch of little bars?
Yeah, it was that. But instead of having the distraction of being able to smoke inside in Vegas, you could gamble and play video poker, and that's what people did in most of the bars that we had comedy shows in, because it was the easiest way to make money. If you were a bar, you gave liquor away to people who gambled, because people were throwing away, 3/4 of their paycheck sometimes, in the hopes that they could win more. And if you have that in your bar, you don't care what else is going on in your bar, but you want to get that edge over the other bars that have video poker. So you try to get live entertainment, and bands and stuff. And so that's where comedy was able to be in bars. But we were not even second fiddle to the gambling. It was, we were an afterthought.
Right.
It took one guy who, if one guy said to the bartender or an owner, hey man, I'm sick of hearing these comics, that shut a show down, because we were not considered a part of the bar's success at all.
They don't want
it was it was an experiment, And so yeah, I didn't get a lot of opportunity there. Now it's a little bit easier to get some shows where you can get a little bit of money in Vegas. Now if you are ready to, if you're at that level,
right.
But it was fine for me to be there, because for 4 years I got to start out. And there were enough shows, there were a good amount of shows, maybe 6 or 7 a week, or 5 a week, or and then
they got fucking big time shows going on every night, all the time.
Right. But those were,
that shit was crazy. I was just there,
Yes, you were just there. And now that we could maybe get into some of those, now that we've been doing it for a while, yeah, it's appealing. But living there, starting out there, my first 4 years, I wasn't ready for any of those rooms. I would have bombed horribly in front of.
No, yeah. No, that's a big time. That's a big.
I was just figuring stuff out. So.
Yeah, any run-ins with the law, with smoking weed on the road or anything?
Yeah, we got pulled over. The Fine Gentlemen's Club got pulled over a couple days into the tour that we were just talking about. We were like 3 miles outside of Oklahoma City, and we got pulled over, and it was a state trooper, and he asked if we had any weed in the car, and we said no. We had just been smoking weed in the car.
Well, of course, you'll say no.
And so when we got pulled over, a couple people lit up cigarettes, and I was driving, and so and so the guy asked me to come back to his car, and we do, and I have to sit in his car. I'm like, I'm not really high, but I'm kind of high.
You smell like you're high, though.
I probably smell like I'm high. Yeah, I usually smell like weed.
Right.
Pretty often.
You a furry motherfucker. It's got to get caught up in your hair.
It gets trapped in the beard.
Hell
and
yeah.
Shit. Oh, man. So he said, he asked us if we had anything. Yeah, he asked me if we had anything that he needed to know about. He's like, my job is to arrest drug dealers. And I got to tell you, when I walked up, I was pretty sure I smelled marijuana in the car. But your buddy, he's talking about Sam Talent, but your buddy blew cigarette smoke in my face.
Yeah.
Right before, right as I walked up, and so I wasn't able to really tell for sure. And I said, well, I can tell you that he did not do that on purpose, officer.
Hell yeah, that's my boy. You know what
so
you're
that
doing,
was line number
Sam.
one. And then line number two is that we didn't have any weed. He asked about all the other drugs, and I said no. We waited for a while for my license to come back, for it
right,
to be
clear
run.
you, do the NCIC check. I know about
it didn't get run, or it didn't come back. But we sat there for a few minutes, and
make you sweat.
And he went and talked to Sam and came back. When he talked to Sam and the rest of the car, he said, "Hey, so I was talking to your buddy back there, and when I mentioned marijuana, it seemed like he got a little bit nervous." And Sam said to the cop, "No, officer, he's that sweaty all the time."
Yeah.
That probably got us off.
Make a cop laugh.
It helped, yes. Well, we told him we were
make a person laugh, man.
Four comics trying to do shows. So yeah, for Sam to crack him up, yeah. And then as soon as we got out of there, I was so glad I only had 2 miles to go because I could not have driven 4. We should be able to tell a cop. Yeah, we were just smoking weed.
Fuck yeah, we were.
But that's all we have. And then he could be like,
that's it.
"Oh,
Exactly.
okay. Oh,
You've been
okay.
drinking, you're acting stupid. No, we just smoke a little weed.
We smoke a little weed. But then you can't do that because that's the same thing as saying you have one beer or a couple of beers. You're supposed to say you didn't do
admit
shit.
To anything, yes.
Some cops don't care. Yeah, some cops don't care though. They just want to get somebody for anything, and they'll celebrate whatever because that's their job. And
they make money off them fucking tickets.
Yeah, no, that's their job or whatever. And so you got to be careful. I wish that weed did not smell. I wish they had weed that didn't smell good. I love the smell of weed, but it busts us. Because if we did any other drugs, we could hide them way more easily.
We do cocaine right now, nobody knows unless we're acting fools.
We could do them, yeah, and we wouldn't be given away unless,
Pop a pill, nobody knows.
We were actually tested. There's no smell.
Alcohol and weed, man, you can smell that shit.
Yeah, the fun ones.
The fun ones, yeah, the ones everybody likes. Everybody drinks and smokes a little weed.
You
do one or another.
Not the fun
If
one.
not, then you're doing coffee every fucking day like a crackhead, and fuck that shit. I don't drink no. You can drink coffee?
No, I have. And coffee makes your body fucking
jittery, all fucking retarded, like a crackhead. I know what cocaine feels like. That's coffee. Same shit.
You haven't never done cocaine?
Oh yeah.
It's not exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah. Well, you made it sound like you compare it to coffee because that's how you're like I've drank coffee.
No, I'm
so
saying that's the only thing that ever made me feel like that. It's fucking cocaine or something jittery.
You're right. Yeah.
So what's in store for you and the Fine Gentleman?
We're gonna try and do another tour at the beginning of the year. I think January. We're gonna try to go out to Scott Sharp. Works at the Laughing Devil Club in New York.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and get a show there in January, so the 4 of us can book around that, those shows. And just kind of get there and get back. Do Midwest or down through the South and then up to New York.
You trying to do anything solo?
No.
Just someone.
It's hard. You know it's hard to go out on your own, and we know a lot of people who, and you used to.
Yeah, somebody's got to take.
You used to go out on your own. Yeah. You used to just, if you were a road dog, you were a solitary road dog. You didn't bring people out. You just rode by yourself because you got the one gig, or maybe you bring an opener. But it's more solitary and it's harder, and it got harder in the last 10, 15 years because it got more expensive to drive. You used to be able to put shows together and you could drive, and you could make a good amount of money. Now it's hard to drive and make money. So
that's why we're in this little bubble right here.
Yeah, you have to get a real.
This little bubble gets some gas mileage, boy.
You have to do the math. You have to do the math, or else you're gonna eat. You're not gonna make any money. You're gonna road dog it. You're gonna come home with no money.
Do you pack your meals when you go on the road?
No, I don't. But you have to eat cheap.
Pack shit.
You have to eat shit. You have to eat Subway and make a footlong last for like 3 meals, or you have to just fucking.
You put some turkey. You put some ham. You put a loaf of bread. And get some condiments.
I've done that. Yeah,
then you got good.
You can do that, but
you use fruits. That's what I've been doing. I save a lot of money, man.
Yeah, no.
First time I went on the road, fuck that. Every stop was a $5 water. $5. Like fuck.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't get snacks at the. You can't do the combo meal. You got to do the dollar menu.
Yeah.
And you can't sleep. You can't pay to sleep unless you had a good paying show that night.
So y'all are really going rough then.
Which is because we don't have a name. The Westward was great, and people know us. Some people know us in Denver, and some people know us randomly in other cities if they know about certain young comics. But other than that, we're not getting paid well yet.
See, the glorified.
We're not getting paid well yet. We get a lot of credit, which is great, but we don't get paid a lot yet. So yeah, you have to live. You have to do it real cheap, and you have to not expect a ton. You have to make sure that it's going to make sense for you to go out, and it doesn't a lot of the time for us right now. So you can't just go out and hope that you're going to come back with money, because if you keep doing that, you're going to fucking blow it. You're better off just staying at home and not spending any money, because then you're not losing any money.
If you're worried about money, the same. Yeah. You ain't
if you have to worry about money if you're doing it as for your job and you don't have a whole lot.
Yeah, but I mean, if you just got in it for the money from the gate, you're fucked.
No, you have to get really good. Yeah, I mean, I had a job in Vegas. When I did stand up, I didn't quit doing my job until.
What'd you do out there in Vegas? What'd you do?
I worked for a construction company, running. It was like a runner / architect.
He was a runner in Vegas for a construction company.
Yeah, I ran plans up people's noses.
Nice.
No, it was
little cocaine dabbling.
No, yeah, right. You want to talk? People in Vegas openly don't like weed. A lot of people, because it doesn't do anything for them in the clubs. They like to.
Oh yeah.
They like the uppers. Uppers, and then drinking, because you can drink while you're on uppers, and it makes you not lose your mind. I was
smoking the whole time.
But yeah, smoking weed is way better. You fucking don't talk somebody's ear off not as loud.
Exactly.
You do it a stony way, but it's not in a loud, asshole-ish, aggressive, cokey way.
Definitely.
But you just, sometimes they're cool as hell because they'll smoke weed with you.
That's it. That's how I get to meet a lot of people.
Cokeheads want to talk about music and fucking
whatever they want on their brains.
Coke.
Yeah, Coke, more Coke. So what do you guys have coming up around town? Or you personally?
Oh, on Halloween, Halloween around the corner at the Comedy Works is Chuck Roy's Spooktacular. No, that's not called that. Shocktober.
That's good, man. That's where you guys can catch him. Nathan Lund. He's going to be out there October 31st. Where'd you say? Around the corner from the Comedy Works? Or at the Comedy Works?
Corner from where we are.
They don't know where we are right now. Fuck it. Around the corner from where we're parked right now on 15th and fucking Lawrence. Come see him at the Comedy Works October 31st. Yeah. Catch more of him in the Fine Gentlemen's Club later on. Nathan, anything else you want to say before you get going?
No, thanks.
You high as fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Then we did our job.
Yeah, it was great.
Right on, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nathan Lund, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Lund.